Hi there, folks. Welcome back to the Short and Stout Guys. We are the Short and Stout Guys. I'm Terry.
I'm Daniel.
Daniel, pretty exciting day today.
Yes,
we had
it
a
is.
couple major things happen in the theme parks. Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, they announced all the tickets today. So the frequent fear and the frequent multiple night visit tickets came online. Now people are really upset, some people are, because you cannot buy the frequent fear tickets with an express.
Oh.
You have to, you can buy the express separately, but there was a package that they used to sell where you could buy an express for every single night that would automatically come with your frequent fear. That ticket has been eliminated.
Oh.
And so I guess they used to sell out so incredibly quickly, but they did not offer them this year. You can still buy frequent fear, and you can buy a frequent fear pass to come to every single night of the event. But you'll have to buy your express tickets every time if you want to go express the nights that you visit.
Yeah.
So an express starts at $200.
Whoa.
Yeah, $200. That's on top of another ticket that you would buy. A single night ticket for HHN this year starts at about $89.
Wow.
And then they go up from there. There are other packages, and I'll kind of just show them a little bit. I'll kind of scroll through them on the screen. I'm not going to go into them in a lot of depth, but just so you know, there are a lot of different types of tickets, and sometimes they do sell out. So it is good. I have no idea whether they would sell out this year or not, but if you really want to come multiple nights, you kind of need to make your decision on which ticket you want and purchase it when you can, because there is always a chance that the event will sell out.
Very quickly.
Very quickly. They tend to, and single nights sometimes sell out as well. So if you're just planning on coming a single night, you also kind of have to get the night that you want quickly, especially if it's like Halloween or the first night sells out usually pretty quickly. So you have to be kind of mindful of that. You can find those tickets when you go to Universal online, universal.com, and then look under the Halloween tab. And they've got all the different tickets available. They also have the tickets where you can just go during the day, no scare actors, and view the houses. They've got those in I believe a 3 or a 6 house package. I could be wrong on that. They start at around $100. Wow. That does not get you a ticket into the event. It does not get you a ticket necessarily into Universal Studios. It just gets you the tour of the houses, either a 6 or a 3 house tour.
Sounds kind of interesting.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think it would be very interesting, but again, they start at $100. It does start at $100. Well, that was the first news today.
Yes.
So we got our tickets. We're thrilled. Our bank account, not so thrilled. But we did get our multi-night tickets because we like to go a lot. We do not go every single night. There are Saturday nights we kind of avoid because they are just so busy.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got the ticket that allows us to go pretty much every night except for Saturday nights. And we'll try to make as use of them as much as we can. But the other big news today was we had another IP house announcement. Do you know what the name of that new house is?
Evil Dead Burn.
It is Evil Dead Burn. They have a quick trailer. We'll take a look at it.
You there, join me. This game's easy to play, but deadly to lose. So, will you hit a hot streak or go up in smoke? Fan the flames of Evil Dead Burn. One nightmare of many, only at Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
So the trailer, it doesn't show you much about the movie. And
There will be fire.
There will be fire, yeah. The movie just came out recently, within the last month, not to rave reviews. In fact, I've heard that it's pretty tough to watch, just because of the way it's filmed. I don't know about the storyline. Anyway, in honor of the new merchandise and the new house, by the way, we went to the park and took a look at the new merchandise. It wasn't quite what I expected. Yeah, the shirts are nice. They're $30. Nothing on the sleeve, nothing on the back. It appears to be kind of a bloody pen smear. I don't know, because I haven't seen the film, what that has to do with the film, but that's the shirts that they have available. No mug for this one. It is just the shirt, a very nice embroidered cap. Both of those are $30. And then they do have the standee figure, which sort of looks like a zombie on fire. You described it as
a zombie on fire, a dog, and
something else, yeah. So they have that for $15. The carousels are still available for $35. And it looks like there's still more to come. There are still spots for like 3 more openings or something. So we'll see. I don't really know what they're going to use for those last 3. We've got one more house that we thought was going to come today, and it didn't. So maybe the near future. Well, in honor of the tickets and in honor of the latest house, we decided we would take a lap around Universal Studios and look to see what kind of updates we can see for Halloween Horror Nights. So come on along, we'll take a tour, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it a little bit. We've got lights out here. Sounds like they're going to project kind of a carnival look on the big archway, but they're also building stands around the bottom, so I don't know what to expect. I kind of think that's just for painting, because they're going to have to do some serious structural repair on the cracks and things before they get it ready to paint. And I wouldn't be surprised if they painted it white, at least just for the event, so that it would show up a little more, you know, if they're going to have stuff on it. But anyway, the walls are up. And then, of course, once you get into the park, you've got a standee ready to go for lights and speakers to get you all riled up for the event. And then you have the actual arch that you'll walk under, welcoming you to HHN. So again, right inside, you've got the big arch where they can put lights and speakers and all kinds of stuff. And then a little farther inside the entranceway, we've got the big welcome where they'll put up the welcome to HHN, and they'll have the lights and all the speakers and everything. Let's go down. Probably the first scare zone to get some kind of treatments is going to be the one right down here in Hollywood Boulevard. So we'll go take a look, see what's new. Boulevard, you've got a number of big props, and these things are amazing. We are looking at a, kind of a haunted, rundown carnival-like aesthetic this year. And that's what they are building, a rundown, haunted carnival aesthetic. It's amazing the paintwork they do on these guys. Now, when we saw this the other day, the mouth was full of garbage, but somebody has pushed it into the
and now they're like using
can.
it for like a real garbage.
And there is the actual garbage in there. That's unfortunate.
Some people are just the worst.
Yeah. Well, maybe some people don't know, but you'd think they'd almost have to, wouldn't you? I don't know. Oh, is this the second piece we saw, Daniel?
This was the second piece we saw, I think. With
so it's kind of a skinny version of the zipper ride.
I remember those.
Yep. And then you've got the ride vehicle kind of off to the side there, along with some other just carnival aesthetic junk looking stuff. Pardon our junk. It's gonna have lights all around it. I mean, it's just an amazing prop set piece for a performer to use. See if I can back up so you can see the
sign
whole
on the
thing.
top that says unnatural on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, unnatural. Just an amazing paint job they put on these things. Here's the latest one that we've got. It is quite a framework. They do have stuff around it, so you can't get real close to it. But it does have a stage with kind of a fog grate that they can send up light or fog. You've got the creepiest looking clown faces up there. It says Beast on it. It says, I believe, Absurd at the top and Weird over here. And the paint job of this thing just continues to be amazing. with all the layers of paint that they put on these things. So you'll have an actor or actress that comes through the back and comes out to the stage to perform, and then the wood is just weathered to absolute perfection. I don't know if those are a couple speaker holes in the front, but
Or smoke. It could be like
Yeah.
a fog effect.
I suppose. I think the grate is going to be for the fog, and I think those two
Oh,
spots
okay.
there
Yeah.
are probably speaker, but it also looks like circus, you know, circus parts. So, who knows? Pretty cool. Got an old barrel back here that's been painted many times. So many layers of paint, some ooze, and they just do an amazing job with these set pieces. All right, this is another new piece that we've not seen. We've got stairs on both sides, no back on this one. Just your basic stairs and stage. That's something we'll go up on. I'm guessing eventually it'll get a backing to it. I mean, maybe not, but it sure looks like it. It does have a fog and light vent there right in the middle underneath the sign, and then stairs on both sides. So, and then this one we've already seen. This one that says undoubtedly dead. You've got kind of what looks like an old Ferris wheel. You've got a crow's nest.
Enter if you dare.
Dead and dying. What is it? Enter if you dare. We've got some kind of a fish thing up here. I don't know if it goes down into the barrel so much or not. Enjoy the ride. And then all the different textures and colors. And the face of this guy, obviously going to be some black light. Showing another vent for lights or fog coming out. And they're just making everything look so old and rusted and weathered.
It was originally part of a roller coaster.
Yeah, it does. Looks like roller coasters and Ferris wheels combined. Just an absolute great set piece for this haunted carnival look. So as we leave Hollywood Boulevard, we're going to go past the temporary Trojan horse and right down. And we're going to go right down past Central Park. Not a lot of props here yet. They've got a lot of the bracing ready for props and lights and things.
Lights and all the trees, right?
Yeah, they've got speakers, they've got lights, and they've got illumination strips, LED strips or whatever, on a lot of the trees. So I don't really know what they're going to do, if it's going to look like a lightning blast or if it's going to look like just a strangely illuminated forest scene. I don't know. I miss all the pumpkins in the trees. That's always my favorite. But they've got numerous lines of LED strips going up in these trees. And then amongst the trees, we've got big speakers and supports that have massive lights and speakers on them. So we don't know. They haven't announced what the scare zone is going to be. It is projected to be a Fortnightmares scare zone. You can see all the LED strips going up into the trees. So I don't know. No idea what they're going to do with it. And then we do have something going on back down here in the circle outside of the animal actor stage. Again, we've got a big, fairly good size high-rise stage over there. More lighting. We don't have the big prop in the center like we had the house last year, but they're getting ready. This is always my favorite scare zone, so I hope they do it proud, Daniel. So anyway,
Next,
all right, we'll head through Simpsons. Now there won't be anything for decor in Simpsons.
No, but there is something behind the Simpsons ride that we can take a look at.
Yeah, looks like they've got something up. We'll see if it's still there unless they took it back down. And they may just be trolling too, but we'll see what's up there.
Yep.
So heading into Springfield and through the Simpsons land. Now normally we're going to see some some support work here to help people enter into one of the house areas. They use the inside of the Simpsons, at least they have in the past, as a loading area for the house in the back, one of the houses. But we don't have anything there yet. I assume they're still going to use that, but you don't know, because with the houses opening at 2 o'clock, that would mean they'd really need to shut this ride down very early if they're going to plan on using that for a loading area. So we don't really know. We're going to go around the Simpsons ride, see if we can see any construction going on back here. Universal has really tried hard this year to block us from seeing construction back there. So we'll see what's back there, if anything. Over there we've got a bunch of framework pieces, so it looks like they're ready to start working on a facade. And then way off in the distance, the very far tent house that's back there, it does say Hellraiser, high enough up that we can see it. But that's about it. But this is interesting because they are bringing some framework in. Looks like they're ready to start on a facade, I would say, unless those are interior walls going in yet. But that's about all we're seeing back here. All right, so we're over here by the Men in Black area, by the Men in Black gear shop. We've got an area that'll load for a house there, and we've got an area that'll load for a house there, and neither one of those has any of the supports or standees up yet. Now what we'd like to see, just about as much as we'd like to see the supports, is we'd like, here we've got the big M for Men in Black, M, we've got a big I for MI, but they've never built the B for MIB. So we'd love to see Universal finish that off and give us an M, I, and then a B right there. So we're hoping that might come. Not now. All right, Daniel, so as we're leaving the Men in Black area, we got the ride over there, Men in Black gear shop over there. As we leave that area, we're gonna start to see more signs of the coming HHN. Yeah. So we've got the stands up for the opening for this. This will show the time for the two houses that are back this way. Yep. And then we've got some other lights. They'll also get the name of the Nightmare Fuel up on a stand. I don't know if it's even called Nightmare Fuel this year, Dan.
It's like, I think it's like Blood Noir or something.
Blood Noir. Is it called Nightmare Fuel Blood Noir? Or is it just called?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so that's where the big sign for that will go. And then they're working on the stage back there. So it does sound like it's going to be some Nightmare Fuel dancers. I don't know if they're going to do all the pyro, the fire stuff that they've done in the past. They've got another stand over here, probably just a sign for what's going to go on in the show over here. But it sounds like it is going to be kind of a vampire themed show this year, dance show. So we'll look forward to that. Gonna head over into Diagon Alley and see what we can see for things that are updated for HHN. We can see a light over there. They do really illuminate the park well. We have been to other Halloween events and it's pretty dark. It's pretty hard to find your way around other parks, but they light this place up really well. There. Yeah, another big light pole right there. So they really do light it up.
Yeah.
And then so out here in the entrance to the Harry Potter area, King's Cross and the two entrances, and over here also where we've got the little house elf that peeks through the blinds, which he's doing right now. He's closing them up. There are no boxes or lights or fog machines out yet, but those will be coming. So they let you know when the Death Eaters are in and out running around Diagon Alley. We're gonna go in the back way here. usually a little less crowded than the front entrance, and see what we can see that is Death Eater related, because they're coming back. Yeah, we like having the Death Eaters around, don't we? Alright. Yeah, they brought them over. They used to be at the other park, and then they were like, well, why are we doing that? This is the Halloween park. So we've got kind of their main stage area where the Death Eaters will be performing and doing their thing. We'll get green light and fog coming up from the bottom. And then at different places around, we'll also have places where we'll get fog. You see the boxes over by that wand location. So we'll get green lights and fog there as well.
Another one over by the Witness Bank.
Yeah, we're gonna see one over here, kind of to the left of the stage. We've got another set of fog and light areas right there. We'll also get green light and fog, so we know that the Death Eaters are out and moving, because they don't stay in one place. They are on the move. We'll see what else we can find. So right here in front of Gringotts Bank, the Death Eaters will often gather right in this area to proclaim that they're looking for Harry Potter or whatever it is that they're doing. They don't have a stage here, but this is generally where you can find them sometimes. And then also we've got another area with a fog machine and lights right here that'll let you know that they're out and making their way around Diagon Alley. Yep, they do have one more area set up right there where they'll have another fog machine and lights to let you know they're out and doing their Death Eater thing. Really nice to see that the magician's hat and the rabbit are still working. So there's the rabbit, gonna wave at us here. There he is. Good job. So anyway, right below where we've got the Weasley with his rabbit in the hat, if we pan down, right there we've also got another smoke machine and green light effect that they'll have when the Death Eaters are out.
You can see the cord running up the wall and into where the...
Yep, and into the store. And then there is another fog machine over here, right next to the big stage, which is here. We have another fog machine right there. So this area will be very nice and foggy and filled with green light in this area. This string of lights is always here outside of the Harry Potter area. I believe the lights that are strung between the poles, but this is for HHN to add some light to this area. Again. So they've got the nice standees up, and that's where the DJ will go.
No real decor to
But
let us know what kind of scare zone this is.
Yeah, they haven't revealed at all if it's going to be a themed DJ, which is kind of the rumor. I don't like the rumor, but maybe it'll be fine. But there is a rumor that it may be a dance and party zone kind of headed up by the Pumpkin Lord. We'll see. Haven't heard anything about it yet, but we'll see what announcements come out. Supposed to be some announcements coming soon.
Yep.
This area is all themed to Jaws, and we're loving that.
Look, it would keep it up all year round.
I don't know. I have a feeling it'll disappear before HHN. What do you think?
I think so. I just wish they would keep some of it up. Like,
Yeah.
but I totally get why they have to take it down.
Yeah. All right, so right outside of Boris Schuster's office, where we see the fog machine, we've also got a stage set up. So the idea this year is that the scare zones are going to expand, and there will be another type of an opportunity to experience different things. They've got the stage over here. Something's gonna come out that door, and happen on this stage. They've got speakers, they've got lights. Kind of interesting to me that they would put it here, because a lot of times this area gets really plugged up, because the food booths are usually right around the corner down this street and, you know, around the park over here. So this could get a little bit crowded, but we'll see. This is usually where a lot of the food booths are. So I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully it won't jam things up too much, but something's going to be going on over here. All right, so we don't see anything yet in down Minions Avenue, Illumination Street, but we do have the downtown, kind of a clown looking thing, welcome to downtown, set up over here. Lots of color. They've got the arrow pointing sign kind of covered up for now. I suppose that would really take a beating in the heat, but kind of a neat prop set there. And then we've got a couple more of those coming up, but we've also got lights and bracing over here in front of the Jimmy Fallon ride. So little bracing there, and then as you come around the corner, this is kind of the greatest news we've had, I think, so far for props, but we've got the tribute store back over in front of the L. Stein and Company location. And so they are working on the tribute store over here. They've got a path for us to come out, and then you'll go in and work your way around and come back out over there. Great to see that. And look at this beautiful work they've started on this thing. The paint job is amazing. So it looks so old, and this is what is always amazing to me, how they do the mold work underneath the wood to make it look old and decrepit. We've got a ticket booth here. Nice looking ticket booth. Probably won't be anybody there. We've got fencing, we've got poles, we've got what looks like a stage set up over here next to one of the pillars. I imagine we'll get another pillar like this over here where they've got some more reinforcement right over there. But it just looks like it'll be a great place for the tribute store to be back. Big old speakers up on the poles. So they're getting ready. I imagine there's a lot going on inside. It's been a few years since the tribute store has been over here. So great to see it back in the L. Stein and Company building. And then right across the way, we've got another big stage. So lots of stuff happening. Stage is getting that weathered look. They had to do quite a bit of repair on this one because the boards were just so badly warped. We'll see if we can put a few pictures up. I mean, they're still fighting it. You can see where the caulking's been pulled up, but something big is going to happen over here. We haven't heard what exactly this is going to be about, but they've got a big stage ready to go for whatever it's going to be for this year's Halloween Horror Nights over here, right across from the tribute store. I love all these broken railing pieces, letting you know how old and crumbly and decaying this thing is. The floor still looks like it's really kind of rippling. I don't know what they'll do, but right now they've tried to do what they can, but that Florida rain and heat is something else. Tribute store there, big stage right across the way. So here in the New York area, you can see that they've got lights and spotlights just all over the place on the buildings. We do have tarping up over here because they're redoing Finnegan's, and I imagine that'll still be there. Maybe they'll just, like Daniel had said earlier, they may just be projecting right on it. Sorry, lights and speakers just all over. I love the way they hide the speakers. See the speakers that have been painted with brick there? So they blend in. Amazing.
Over this area, usually they have like a little mini bar thing, don't they?
Yeah, down this main street, which is just the coolest looking old street. They usually have a bar or some kind of a food place right down in this alley. And that's probably what'll happen again, but we don't know. We haven't heard anything. All right, one more piece we're gonna take a look at over here. Again, they've got the arrow and the lights covered up. I don't know why. I'm not sure what it says, but this is another kind of a replica of that other one that says, you know, to downtown. And then we've got the polka dots and the paint and the graffiti on it. And it just looks like some kind of a bad circus happened, or is getting ready to happen, right where Daniel is standing, give you an idea of the size. It's a big prop. So, welcome to downtown, right there, heading into New York. All right, Daniel, so we saw some pretty amazing props. I mean, we're just getting started. Yeah. But we're starting to see some pretty amazing props. Mm-hmm. Now, we haven't had a lot of scare zones announced. We know that there is a, was it Carnival of Decay?
A sideshow of Decay.
Sideshow of Decay, thank you.
Run by, I think, Dr. Oddfell and Cindy?
His daughter? We don't really know that yet.
Cindy's the daughter of the caretaker.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we don't really know who, I guess, is running it, but yeah. So, Sideshow of Decay, again, we don't even know where these are going to be at, right?
Mm-hmm. And there's also another zone that's kind of like Jack and Oddfellow's Circus of...
Infernal Circus of Carnage or something like that. We'll have to check the name for you in that. But yeah, and so we've started to see some props, but again, we don't know where they're going to be. There's also been the announcement of Killer Clowns. We love the Killer Clowns movie. I'm excited that they're coming back. You know, the original idea was there were going to be multiple clowns kind of in one big clown scare zone. I don't know whether they will interact with each other or not, or whether there'll be a Killer Clown section, maybe a Clowns of HHN section, and we don't really know. But it looks like it's going to be an expanded scare zone.
Yep. There's also, we got the announcement of the Mel Drive-In Zombies and the I'm not sure what the dance club is called.
The Club Horror.
Club Horror.
I think they were calling it.
Will be returning this year.
Yeah. Other than that, they didn't say the zombies. They just said that Mel's Die-In would be returning. We assume that means the zombies, but you know what happens when you assume, right? So we're hoping the zombies are back. I kind of figure they will, but
yeah, they were such a great part last year.
They were great. So we're thinking they'll be back. That was also announced today that Mel's Die-In would be back, and also Club Horror would be back. Mm-hmm. That's all we know about that for now. So we've got a couple scare zones. There was the, like you said, Sideshow of Decay, and also just kind of the Infernal Carnival of Carnage, or we'll have to check the name.
We were also told about that they're going to do the Lagoon show is going to be mostly like Return to Hawkins, I believe.
It is, all based on the 5 episodes of Stranger Things. Kind of the highlights.
5 seasons, yeah.
5 seasons, yep, sorry. 5 seasons of Stranger Things, yeah. So that should be kind of fun. Anyway, so we're going to we took a look around the park. You know, there are some huge, very grungy and cool looking carnival props in a couple different areas going down Hollywood Boulevard. These are big pieces. I don't know how they get the floats around them for the movie parade, but they must be able to maneuver around them. And then in a couple spots in New York, we have kind of a welcome to downtown kind of a sign that looks like it was put out there by clowns.
Yep.
Kind of making, perhaps that's going to be the clown area.
Yeah.
Very dilapidated, very, graffiti clown-like.
I've heard people compare like the two poles to Chance and also Jack's brother Eddie.
Because of the circles and some slashes and things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, once you get down farther, incredible news for us to see that the tribute store looks like it's going to be back in its old location.
Yay!
Yeah, they've been adding to it. It looks like they've got a ticket booth and kind of the beginnings of maybe a carnival event. I don't know if it'd be a ride or what, but they've got some pillars. The artwork these people put in to these old time, these antique, kind of gross, dilapidated pieces is amazing.
Absolutely.
I am just floored by how they do the fungus growing underneath, the mold, and it is really, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool to see that beginning to take shape. Long ways to go, but it's beginning to take shape, and the colors are just amazing. Directly behind that, there is a huge stage. Now, the stage seems like it's been a little bit of a problem. We were there one day, and the boards were just...
all warped.
They were warping all over the place. Well, Universal has come back, and they've really tried to get those things secured down, and then it looks like they've got caulking around to try to make it a little bit easier, but it still looks like it could be a tripping hazard for scare actors.
I'm sure they'll get it all worked out.
Yeah, it looks amazing, and they've added some of the broken poles and stuff in the front, but it looks amazing. It just makes me a little nervous for the scare actors that may be using it, but I'm sure they'll get it figured out. There is another stage, a couple other stages. One of them is kind of right across from the Transformers.
Yes.
Where they used to have dogs on display from the Secret Life of Pets. Those are gone.
Yeah.
And now there's scaffolding and a stage that kind of maybe goes with the door that's there. It seems like it'd be a good spot for the Terrifier to have an entrance and something bad to happen and drag somebody away. I don't know. But that's an event. It seems a little too close to that big food court area to me. But I imagine they'll...
Depends on where they put the food stuff.
I guess it does. Yeah, I guess it does. They also have a big stage when you are walking, not a huge stage, but a big stage when you're walking through what was the Cat Lady, the 13 lane last year, where the house was last year. There's a skinny stage down there. It's about the size of, I don't know, maybe 20 feet long and
looks like
5 feet wide.
like a DJ stand.
Kind of, except it's not as square. It's more of a walking. I don't know what to make of it. Lots of lights everywhere. That's one thing about Halloween Horror Nights. They do a nice job of illuminating so you can tell where you're going. We've been to other scare events where you just can't. It's so dark. You just aren't 100% sure where to go and where the roads are. There's no question. They've got this.
They've been doing this for a long time.
Just
they know what they're doing.
Yeah. There's no sign up for the show yet. We have heard that it's going to be a version of the ladies.
Nightmare Fuel?
Kind of a Nightmare Fuel thing, right?
Called Blood Noir.
So Blood Noir, so it's kind of a vampire involved
in the old
show. Yeah, but it will involve some dancing. We don't know about fire and all that kind of stuff, but there might be some of that stuff involved. But it sounds like they're building a set to go with it. It's kind of a black and gray set that should look pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it'll be a nice thing to come. So you got that show, you got the Lagoon show. We're just waiting on Scare Zones and one more house, which is heavily rumored. I mean, there was the accidental leak of maybe an Ozzy Osbourne house. We don't know if that's for real or not. So we'll find out.
We'll just have to keep our eye for the little boo signal.
I guess we will, yeah. I would say it'll be about a week before we get that next one. Now that the tickets have dropped and all this other stuff, they'll probably give Evil Dead Burn about a week, and then we'll get the last one. So looks like it'll be a great time. We are so anxious. The props that we've seen look amazing. Universal does such a great job with this. So anyway, hopefully we got you caught up to date on what's going on as far as we know for HHN 35. It's going to be a great year, and we're looking forward to it. But until then, take care.
And stay spooky.
Spooky.
HHN.
HHN. HHN. HHN.